Hey y'all, happy Monday. I have missed you the past couple of days, thanks to Wesley. But anyway, now that he's all good, which we're very thankful for, I hope I get to see you guys soon. But today I want to talk about chapter 4 of our book, Crazy Love, that we're going through. And this chapter will probably be a two-parter just because there's a lot to talk about. But anyway, so I just want to start with this question. The question I have for you is, has your relationship with God actually changed the way you live? Do you see evidence of God's kingdom in your life? Or are you choking it out slowly by spending too much time, energy, money, and thought on things of this world? That is an attribute of someone who is lukewarm. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to go through the attributes of people who are lukewarm. And we're just going to talk about that a little bit. The first attribute we're going to talk about is lukewarm people attend church fairly regularly because it's what is expected of them, what they believe good Christians do. So they go to church, which that's a good thing. Don't stop going to church. That's not what I'm saying. But go to church for the right reasons. And yeah. So Isaiah 29:13 says, "And the Lord said, because this people draw near with their mouths and honor me with their lips, while their hearts are far from me, and their fear of me is a commandment taught by men." The second thing we're going to talk about is lukewarm people give money to charity and to the church as long as it doesn't impinge on their standard of living. They have a little extra and it's easy and safe to give away. They do so. After all, God loves a cheerful giver, right? But 1 Chronicles 21:24 says, "But King David said to Ornan, 'No, but I will buy them for the full price. I will not take for the Lord what is yours, nor offer burnt offerings that cost me nothing.'" So here, David is saying he's not going to give something to God that he hasn't paid for, which is it would be very easy to say to regift to God, but that's not a sacrifice. The Bible tells us to give sacrificially, and if we're regifting, that's not a sacrifice. In Luke 21:1-4, he says, "Jesus looked up and saw the rich putting their gifts into the offering box. He saw a poor widow put in 2 small copper coins, and he said, 'Truly I tell you, this poor widow has put in more than all of them, for they all contributed out of their abundance, but she, out of her poverty, put in all she had to live on.'" The last thing we're going to talk about today is lukewarm people tend to choose what is popular over what is right when they're in conflict. They desire to fit in both at church and outside of church. They care more about what people think of their actions, like church attendance and giving. They do it more for show than what God thinks of their hearts and of their lives. Luke 6:26 says, "Woe to you when all people speak well of you, for so their fathers did to the false prophets." Revelation 3:1 says, "I know your deeds. You have a reputation of being alive, but you are dead." Something we've talked a lot about this summer is being of the world and not in the world. And that's what this section is talking about. this section of being lukewarm. Making the right choice, even if it's not the worldly choice. Setting your mind on things above and making decisions that point you to God. So, tomorrow we will continue to talk about being lukewarm, and I'm super excited. I'm really loving this book. It's a really great book. It's got me thinking about a lot of different things. I would love your input, and I love you guys, and I miss you guys, and I'm praying for you, and just let me know if you need anything.